everyone, just popping in before I start the answer portion of the video to say, I doubt I'll make the view limit, but I wanted to thank everyone for the kind comments and support I've gotten. At the end of the day, it's just $100, and you guys wanting to see my stuff, supporting me, and also being interested in aptitude is worth more than any kind of payment. This video turned out kind of long, which is kind of what I was going for, because me and my buddy Mike decided to stream it all in one go. So I apologize if the audio after this is rougher than usual. I just don't have the time to go back and make it all pretty sounding. If I were to go back to edit it, it would take time away from aptitude, my schoolwork, and other assignments I just can't afford to put off. So everything after this is just raw audio recorded from the stream. A huge shout out to my girlfriend Scarlett for screenshotting every single question for me, and for Mike who read them off. And of course to everyone who asked me one, thank you. And I'm opening up the first half of the second aptitude casting call later in the week. I talk about it later in this video, but I'll get into details when I post it. Just a heads up. Well, anyway, gonna start this ranty podcast-like video now.
Shall we begin?
Okay, here we go. This is from Lobotomut. Lobotomut?
It's a good name.
Yeah, okay. What was your major inspiration for aptitude? What gives you the drive to stay so dedicated to a long-time project?
Oh my god, I'm starting off terrible. Oh my god. Inspiration, I'd have to say I just like superhuman stuff and sci-fi, so that's why I was actually forced to do the project in high school originally, so I wasn't really inspired by anything. I was kind of inspired by the fact I needed a grade to pass high school. And that's about it.
And as far as staying dedicated, I won't let you quit because I need to ride someone's coattails to success.
Shut up. You are successful as a... Whatever. Yeah, Drive to... I really like the characters a lot, so I think that's what motivates me. I don't know if there's other methods to it. I keep drawing them daily, and I think that's what keeps me... If I were to stop drawing them, maybe I'd be like, oh, you know... So, that didn't summarize anything. But, to summarize it, keep drawing, and that's how I got motivated, I guess.
Follow your passion.
Yeah.
Next one's from Midnight Snack. When will you admit that Vaporeon is the superior Pokemon?
Did you just call Vaporeon Vaporeon?
Yes, I did. I don't Pokemon.
Mike! The answer to the question is never, it's wrong, you're wrong. There is dumb questions in the world, and that's one of them. Next!
Right. And obviously it's not that important of a Pokemon if I don't know about it.
Roasted Snack!
Okay, so Spotted Fire 25 asks, when did you first fall in love with Tyrant? And when did the plushie collection begin?
When it was announced for the Kalos region, and they were showing the Pokemon they're going to be releasing, as soon as they announced the 2 fossil Pokemon, I already loved fossil Pokemon to begin with, but it's a freaking dinosaur that looks like a T-Rex. That was when I immediately started. And when they started selling plushies, it was the only plushie they were selling, so I had to buy multiple versions of the plushie. If there was different versions of it, I would have bought it. So, that's why. It began probably 3 years ago.
Okay, Shenkazu asks, when did you decide your character designs were final? He's got, there's multiple questions.
Okay. So the characters, I went through a series of designs, especially with Parker, because he's kind of was not going to have arms, so it was hard to deal with understanding drawing that, but, when I had to turn in my first assignment, it was to finalize the design of the main character, which actually Parker has gone through several designs, which I'll show later, but I think I finalized them, started Aptitude 5 years ago. I finalized them like 5 years ago, I would say. Just like a couple weeks into designing them and researching, that's when I designed. And I finalized and stopped there. That's it.
And everybody started off as stick figures, right?
Of course.
The second part of that question is, do you wish you could go back and change something now?
Yes, actually. It's several things. I recently just updated to a 180p monitor, and I never realized that Wyatt was as white as he was. Like, really white. He is, like, paper white, and unfortunately, since I've already drawn him so many times, I can't really just change it all of a sudden. Maybe later I can, but yeah, I wish I changed his skin tone to be slightly darker. Because...
Sorry to interrupt.
What? What? Say it, Mike.
You could have it like even in the episode where he goes to a plant, not a planet, but he gets something spilled on him. He's working on something. It gets spilled on him, and it changes the pigment of his skin to a slightly darker shade.
Terrible concept. Stop.
It is. All right, fine.
But and also, I wish I have a lot of varying differences between the faces. I wish I did more differences between Brutus's and Wyatt's noses. I know that sounds really weird. They have the same nose, and it really bothers me. Anyway, that's it.
Okay, this next one's from Raptor Kill. Yeah, if you're an animator, definitely do vlogs and content like that. Also, if you pass the deadline, wouldn't you still be able to reach the goal?
I don't know about the Federator Network. I think YouTube will let me back. I'm not sure about the Federator Network because I never heard of anyone leaving and then coming back. I don't know if my points reset or they go back to the original. I don't know. I'd have to ask.
I don't know if they would hate you for this, so you don't have to answer, but is it even worth it doing the Federator?
I don't know. I heard from my pal Rainey that they protect you in a few things like copyright thing. I'm not sure. At this point, I really don't care. It's just $100. I'm just kind of I'm a petty person, so
that's what's on the line right now is $100.
Yeah, that's it.
So that's why we're doing this.
That's all. That's the reason. I am just mad that I have no option for that, even though I wouldn't have the option to begin with. Screw you, YouTube.
All right, for real, jerk. This next one's from Fissart, and it's a 3-part question.
Okay.
Or 3 questions. Who was your favorite character in Aptitude and why? Okay, 4-part question.
I like them all equally for different reasons, but if I had to pick one that's slightly above everyone is Parker, only because I did so much research and took so much time to make this character. It's insane. I think I put it's gotta be hours worth of work into this character. Just the concept of him and then drawing him took even twice as long. I would say Parker, but everyone is for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that.
You even went to a rock museum, didn't you?
I did. Went to a rock museum, and I took a rock class. It was, I just too much time for this one character not to be my favorite. That's just me.
When you started writing and drawing concepts for Aptitude, who was the first character you ever drew for the series or wrote for the series?
Parker again. I had the assignment when Aptitude was the very first concept work of it. I had to make a quick story of it, like a summary of the story, and then post a main character, the protagonist, and Parker was that, and I'll show you the picture of what he originally looked like, which is terrible. And the story behind it was, I didn't want to draw legs or arms, so I made him like this stupid genie character, which was really terrible in the long run, but his legs came later, but his arms never did. Anyway.
Some appendages grow back, and I slurred that.
Yeah.
Some appendages just grow back.
Yeah, I was just too lazy to draw the arms. I think I told that to everyone, and they're probably so sick of me saying that by now, but surprise!
Do you hate any of your OCs, or do you love them all but just love to torture them?
Oh, that's a terrible question. I love it, though. I don't think I hate any of my... No, I don't like Lester at all. He's a terrible person. It's the one priest character I have. You might see this in my view. He's just an awful person, but he's necessary for the plot, so no, I don't hate him. I don't think I hate any of my characters.
He's not a molester, is he?
I know, I didn't realize when I was naming him. That was completely coincidence, which is terrifying and terrible, but no, he's not. I swear to God, he's not.
And he's a priest, too.
He's a priest. I just added too many. He's a terrible person, but he's not a molester. He's got that going for him.
Okay, all right. Well, then he's got to be forgiven.
No.
I'm going to butcher a lot of these names.
Do it.
Nakara, the demon.
I love them. Hello, Toby.
Jeez.
Yeah.
All right, they're going to, beat up YouTube. We already answered what inspired you to create Aptitude, getting a grade.
Really. Superhero stuff. Superhero stuff and sci-fi and...
Right. What made you get into art/animations?
Art/animations. I didn't pay attention in school and I would draw. That's it! That's bad.
Oh, that's great.
Thanks, Miss Barnes. She always yell at me. Anyway.
Right, give that to her.
Basically,
were you self-taught?
I was self-taught up until college, which was 3 years ago, and I started learning more programs in depth. But drawing-wise, I was self-taught. Yeah, completely.
Okay.
Not so bragging. I'm just saying.
She's got natural talent.
No, God.
Yes, you do.
Ugh.
Yes, you do. So that kind of answers this next one, but I just kind of want to read it because it's just okay.
Please.
Did you went to school to learn?
Did I went to school to learn? Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Sorry, Toby. Okay. Besides Tyrant, my God, what's your favorite Pokemon?
My favorite Pokemon besides Tyrant is more Tyrant. No,
it's Vaporeon, right?
Stop. Yeah. Vaporeon's my favorite. Besides Tyrant, who's my favorite? I really like Dragonite. I love Dragonite. It looks so stupid. It's the stupid Charizard. It's goofy looking. It's got a friend face. It's just a pal.
Aww.
So Dragonite.
What about Coughing?
Coughing? That's what you are right now.
I know, right?
Yeah. No, Coughing's terrifying.
Is he?
Yeah, it's like a weird little ball of gas that kills you. Poison.
Yeah. Coughing. That's the only one I know. So what's your favorite Pokemon game?
Actually, it's gotta be Sun and Moon. I had way more fun. I don't think I've ever been as excited for it when it was first announced than any other game, so I'd say Sun and Moon.
Even more so than Go?
Go was just a giant disappointment because I don't have friends.
Oh, I'm your friend, but I don't play Go.
There you go. It's just disappointing. You either don't have friends or you don't have friends who play Go with you.
I don't go anywhere, so how would I collect them?
That's same. I don't want to go outside my house to get Pokemon.
Right, son.
Okay, anyway, move with.
What's your favorite Pokemon? God, they have a lot of questions.
Yeah, good Pokemon. Well, let's go through them fast. They have a lot. What's your favorite Pokemon? Tyrant. What's the next one?
Favorite Legendary.
Favorite Legendary. Rayquaza.
What's your history on your dog?
History on my dog. Love my dog. My dog's great. She's great. Adopted her. She's rescue. Freaking amazing. Dog. Great.
When did you adopt her?
When I adopted her, died her a year. 7 years ago. 7 years ago. She is 7. Because she's so great. I love her. Anyway.
All right, and we already answered which two character did you enjoy creating the most. I guess that's kind of different. Which one did you enjoy creating the most?
Creating the most? I had a lot of fun with A-Pie, the robot character, but I think it goes back to Parker again. Sorry.
Right. Well, was it hard to do a casting call to pick the right voice actors for your characters?
Yes. Mike is the voice of Brutus. It took me, I think, 2 months to finally say, all right, he's the voice.
And you guys want to hear the voice for Brutus? Here it goes. You ready? Ready? Oi, Brutus.
Yes, that's not it.
That's about it.
Fired. New casting call. Actually, anyway, continue.
Wyatt, let's go fishing and then do reps.
So terrifying. If he sounded like that, I'd kill him immediately. Put him out of his misery.
Do you got any tips on people who are just at the beginning in creating their SIRs?
Keep drawing. Even if it looks bad, just do it.
Yeah. Follow your passion.
Yeah.
What's your favorite meme video that you have created so far?
My favorite... I really like my good and mean one. I know it's not, like, super popular meme, but, like, I like it.
May. Fortuna asks, oh god. Did you know Noivern is the best Pokemon?
You did it, yeah.
Tyrant is not? Is it really Noivern?
Yeah, it's Noivern.
That's kind of a...
That's a stretch, because you did it, buddy.
Oh, Noivern. Skip. Okay, but for real, same person. Some actual questions. So what got you started in the animation industry?
Okay, well, I'm actually not part of the industry. I'm never going to be part of the industry. I never wanted to be. That sounds terrifying. Or, not terrifying, that's the wrong term. Terrible. It's kind of terrifying.
She's so damn good at it.
No. The thing is, I like animating my own characters, and I think if I were to be part of the industry, I'd have to animate other people's characters, which is fine. I just don't think I'd like it as much.
Right, it would feel like a job at that point.
Yeah, and I think if it feels like a job, I'd hate it, and then I wouldn't be able to animate my... I don't know. It's the thing I've been doing. I'm becoming an instructional designer, if that's anything. It's kind of artsy. It's not animation, but...
What are some of your favorite series, be it books, TV shows, or just your friends' stories and stuff?
Just TV series in general, or just series?
Anything.
Anything? Oh my god, I gotta narrow it down. Sion from Warrior Rainy Day. She's currently in the production of it. She's been telling me I can't tell anything because of spoilers, but it sounds awesome. It's gonna be great. It's about magic cats. Pretty sweet. I know.
That's about all you can say, huh?
If it's my favorite TV series ever animated, would have to be Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Yes.
I freaking love that show. I think it's a huge inspiration. It goes back to that. That's probably a huge inspiration for me.
That's the first actual show to use Flash animation.
Is it?
Yeah, for like TV. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, that's got even cooler. Actually, Parker was, if he was inspired by anybody, it would be Blue from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. There's an episode where he doesn't understand sarcasm. That is a huge thing Parker deals with. So if I had to say it, there you go. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends and the inspiration question.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
There we go.
Next question is from me, but it's not a question. It's just a statement, and it has to do about firearms, and no one would know.
God, I hate Mike. Get him out of here.
Right. He just said, you think with all that cash YouTube makes, they'd be able to afford something better than a car.
Oh my god, he's so wrong. Anyway, bye.
Not really. I mean, they're kind of...
yeah, that's true.
Okay, so anyway, Nikki Lime asked, Aptitude is a huge project you've been working on for years now. I definitely want to know how to world build and make characters interesting like you have definitely did with your kids.
That is so nice of you. What I did was I made the world first. So, like, the setting, like, I had to have the plot, what exactly going on, and then I put the characters to the plot, because I find if you put the characters and try to, like, force them into a plot, it can be harder. That's just me, though. I'm not sure how other people work. You'd have to find your own creative way to do it, but that's how I did it. And then I do a lot of research, and then just people watch. That's a huge thing I don't think a lot of people realize. If you just go to like a coffee shop and sit down and people watch, I think that's a huge inspiration for character interactions for me. Yeah.
Like I got a goofy walk.
You got a goofy walk.
Got a goofy walk. That might be put like. Okay. Anyway, as for Pokemon,
would you like to
would
elaborate?
No, not really. Would you be interested in trying to make multiple fusions for Tyrant with other Pokemons?
Oh my god, yeah. In a heartbeat. Sign me up. Let's do it.
There you go. Howl and Headdresses Artend CS says, hold on, let me get to the question.
You're struggling with that.
I am. My gosh. Ren, that sucks. Hopefully you can make up the views though. You should. Just unfortunately, it takes a long time for animations. Anyway, just want to ask a couple of questions about Aptitude. I'm not really sure where to start specifically. So, who are the main characters and what's a basic outline of the plot? Obviously, without revealing any spoilers. Aha! It was a question mark.
That's good. Who are the main characters? Okay, the main characters are Parker Denham, Brutus Fitzgerald, and Wyatt Blakely.
All right, what's the basic outline without any spoilers of the
basic
plot?
Outline is we have 3 dudes living at an army base. There is, how do I say this? There's a virus, but they call it a gene because the government's trying to cover it up, that gives people special abilities, but it also harms the body depending on, whatever ability you're doing. And people who don't have the ability and people who do don't exactly see eye to eye. And there's a new terrorist organization that's made with the Aptitude ability who want to destroy the people without. And so the army, with the 3 dudes, are trying to stop them. But when there's a robot, I have a Tumblr with the synopsis if you want to see it, and I will link it to you because I'm not thinking clearly tonight. But I will link it in the description if you want to read more about it.
Would you say the Brotherhood of Mutants was a inspiration?
I actually never read X-Men. Believe it or not, I know, crazy. I've seen the movies. I've never read X-Men. Ever,
oh God!
Which is surprising.
You can skip X-Men 3 and Wolverine Origins.
Really bad. A lot of people think I like Marvel, and I do, but I actually am just really obsessed with Spider-Man and recently Guardians of the Galaxy. I've gotten to their comics, but mainly just Spider-Man. I'm not really super Marvel fanatic.
Fox had control of of X-Men, which Marvel and Disney finally have control back of X-Men. So
I've heard, yeah. I can't wait.
Yeah, expect a really good X-Men movie, and I guess Fantastic Four. Anyway, Silverpaw asks, what are some of your favorite games?
Favorite games? Like video games?
Video games,
Video games.
Or board games, or whatever.
I guess video games would be obviously Pokemon if I haven't made it clear enough. And Super Smash Bros. Any Nintendo game, really. I was obsessed for the longest time in my high school and middle school of Alien vs. Predator on the Xbox, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'd play the alien and scoot around and kill people. It was great. It was fun. That's about it, though. Board games, I really like. That's not really a board game, but Jenga. There's just something so good about Jenga. That's about it.
What's some of your favorite animes too?
Some of my favorite animes. Oh my gosh. Oh, I really liked Erased. It was like a mystery horror. I don't really know what the themes would be, but I really liked Erased. And recently I watched The Devilman Crybaby or whatever. I didn't not hate it or like. I liked it. I don't have many animes I really like, but I think Erased would be my favorite. Space Dandy. I love Space Dandy.
I've never heard of it.
Oh, it's such a well animated show, and it's hilarious. Anyway, that's probably my favorite animes.
The one I do like is Darker Than Black. I mean, that's the one that I go back and watch it again.
What is it?
Darker Than Black.
I have to put that on my list.
Yeah,
I've never heard of it.
And this is from a guy who doesn't watch anime.
I watch some anime. My sister is a huge weeaboo. I mean, she's charts I can't even explain. She's got figurines of these characters. So a lot of the stuff she watches, I'll watch and sit down. But I don't think I'm more into Western cartoons, which is I like both.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's it.
Okay, this next one's from The Dark Electric. Okay, they got a screaming character, so here we go. What do you usually get at Subway, or do you hate the slightly overpriced sandwiches?
That's terrifying. I like the chicken teriyaki, but normally I can't afford that because I'm a poor college student and I eat bread and butter if I can afford butter.
Oh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Or ramen.
Ramen's
Always can rely on ramen.
This next one's from Asomir. In what ways has your dog helped you feel better when you're feeling down?
Her just general existence. I love that dog more than I love Air itself at this point. I'd kill for that dog. If someone would theoretically come up and just be mean to my dog verbally, I would take any means necessary to destroy them. Anyway, I love that dog. She comforts me when I'm sad. She comforts me when I'm happy. She's just genuinely a good dog. Love that dog. She's sitting here sleeping right now. I love you, sweetheart. Her name's Ada.
How do you balance animating, school, and work all at the same time? You're a god. I'm
not, but thank you. And I don't internet's great because you can seem like you're doing great when you're not. No, you have to time management. That's unfortunate, but that's obviously I have to put my schoolwork before anything else because I need to get a degree. That's just me. But if I don't do anything like hobby-wise, I think I'd hate myself at that point because I need to do something fun as an outlet. I think that's what drawing and animating does. So I just try to finish my assignments and then continue to do my animation work. And then career-wise or just job-wise, I need to make money in order to pay for school, so I just have to balance that time too. That didn't really answer anything, but that's it.
Balancing,
time management.
Lupus Vulpes, I know them.
They're pretty great.
Yeah. What's your favorite TV show, animated or live action?
I think I said earlier, Foster Home for Imaginary Friends. Huge inspiration for me. Just generally a great show. I think I liked every episode. I really love the character Wilt, which is the tall red guy who's a basketball player. Probably my favorite character ever. Super relate to that character, even though he's a imaginary friend. But I would totally love to see it either HD or reamped or something with it.
Yeah, I like the Eduardo.
All the characters are great. I think every single one. I don't think I hate a single one. That's the cool thing about it. Harrison was great. I liked it. Live action. I watch so many shows. I don't think I have a favorite live action. Movies, I really like Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Back to the Future. I don't know. I watch so many things, I can't even keep track. I like a lot of shows. Yeah.
Thank you, dear. Oh, my daughter brought me a beer.
That's so... that's a weighted sentence. That's awesome.
All right. Nemiko TV says, "Hi, I'm new, but I already love you and aptitude. Just seen the YouTube videos. I haven't Tumblr. I really would be like you and have all the determination to dedicate all that time to a project. They usually get bored easily, so could never do an animation like that. Questions."
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, we already answered the inspiration.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered to do a comic about aptitude? Animation's really hard. It needs a lot of time.
I have several times, and I might for side things, like maybe Dakota and Carter. I have theorized doing a small comic about their past, or maybe even Parker, Bruce, and Wyatt. But right now, I am fully committed to doing an animated project right now. But if worst comes to worst, and I do not have the time in the future, I don't want to just drop the story. I'll probably make it an animatic or a motion comic. But right now, I really want it to be fully animated. But yes, I have considered making it a comic before, or maybe in the future.
Now for stupid questions. Do you ship someone in your story?
That's a good question. Are you kidding me? Evelyn and Brutus are canon, so like they're actually, I guess, would say shipped. So
so
they're great.
Nice, go man. Oh gosh, you're gonna make me record some dirty stuff.
Please don't, Jesus. No. Other ships, I don't care. I'm not really. If you guys want to ship stuff, go right ahead. I'm not stopping you. That's about it.
Last question. Do you know Serpello? Srpelo.
Unfortunately, I do not. But I'd be willing to learn about them. Yeah.
Okay. This next one's Mozzie Moo.
Okay.
Do you have an aptitude Discord, or you're ever planning on making one so we can all mob you via spam mail?
That would be hilarious, but I'm about as social as a hermit can be, so I haven't thought about it, but if it's needed or people want it, I wouldn't mind making one. I don't know how active I'd be on it.
I can attest to the hermit activity.
Yeah. Leaving the house is hard, guys. That's effort.
You don't have to for a Discord.
You don't have to. I know, but like then I have to talk and then. Okay. But yeah, if you guys really want one, I'll make one. But I don't know how active I'd be on it.
Right. And you'll probably see me on there. And
yeah, Mike can be there.
Yeah. If you don't answer the questions, direct them towards me, and then I can.
Michael text me like 5 in the morning. I'm like, thanks.
Absolutely. Thanks. With a nice little George Clooney gift.
I'm so tired. If I regret anything. Next question.
If you regret anything, it's this friendship.
George Clooney.
It's a friendship. Marissa Rosemary.
I love
her. Has a lot of questions.
Well, then we gotta speed run this one. Okay, speed it.
All right.
All right, ready?
All right. Why do you love Tyrant so much as opposed to other Pokemon?
Because this is a T-Rex and it looks awesome. It's the size of a dog. What's there not to like?
What breed is Ada?
Ada is a German Shepherd Husky mix.
What made you choose the name Ada for your dog?
Ada means noble or pride or something in German. It means something cool in German. She's a German Shepherd, so.
Do you have any onesies? What are they?
Chewbacca, Pikachu, and a Charmander. I think I have.
If you were to do another casting call before episode 0, what would the part? If you'd be auditioning, you wouldn't need Phil. If you were to do another casting call before episode 0, who would the parts you're auditioning be for?
Actually, believe it or not, I guess I can spoil it. I am opening up part 1 of part 2 casting call before episode 0, and that has 5 characters in it, and it has, I'm not going to announce the main character here, but it has a certain character that's going to be really important, but the other ones, Evelyn, Harper, Harvey, and General David are going to be up for grabs in a week, so that's a heads up. And then another secret character I'll announce when I actually do the casting call.
That means I'm getting fired. What's your favorite animal? My
favorite animal, if you haven't noticed, is a dog, and actually chickens. I freaking love chickens. I love them. They're so stupid. They're the dinosaur of modern day.
What kind of music do you listen to?
Mostly indie, but I can vary anything but country.
Thank you. High five.
Yes.
Do you play any visual novel games?
Visual novel games. I played the Guardians of the Galaxy one, and I think I played one about a werewolf guy, or a guy who fights fair. I don't know. I played them. Don't remember them because my memory is about as good as a goldfish.
Oh gosh, the hiccups start.
That's okay. That's fine.
Oh god, they're bad. Would you ever consider making a joke aptitude visual novel game?
If I had the means to do it, I'd do it in a heartbeat. Are you okay?
I had the hiccups really bad earlier today, and I never get the hiccups. I'm like, man, if this starts during the whole stream, this is gonna be terrible. It's gonna be like
we can have an intermission.
Yeah. If all the characters of all the characters in aptitude, whose power do you think is the most interesting?
That's good. I hate to keep focusing on Parker, but I have a lot of fun with his because I can animate different element arms, which is really fun to do. Most interesting, I'd have to say Parker's. But I like Carter's a lot, which is the big bug guy, because he can turn into a big bug, and it's not really creative. It's just fun to animate.
Do you play any horror games? If so, which ones?
Dead by Daylight and Left 4 Dead. Generic ones.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how meme are you? God dang it.
Pretty memey. I'd say 8.
Do you listen to any musicals?
I do listen to musicals. I listen to Dear Evan Hansen, Hamilton, Be More Chill mainly.
What are some of your favorite YouTubers?
I really like Empty Feet. Fuhiha. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Love her animations. Generally, anyone in the animation community, I love to death because their work is awesome, and I interact with them. Chi. I love Chi's work. She's making a comic called Manic right now. Yeah, anyone in the community.
How long have you been drawing?
My God, since I can remember. So I'd say like first grade.
What are some of the funny, embarrassing stories of yours? Dang it!
That's good. Thank you for hosting, Mike. I really appreciate this.
Yeah, I'm fired.
I'll just sit here drawing while Mike's dying.
What are some of the funny / embarrassing stories of yours?
My entire life.
Only if you want to share them.
One time, I guess, I've never been one to be too shy. One time in high school, I was trying to be cool because it was my first year in high school, and I was doing personal fitness, which was basically gym class, and it was swim time. And so there was a cool diving board. So I thought, how to be cool in high school is to do this awesome flip, right? I'm going to do an awesome flip into the water, and everyone will love me. That's my mindset as a freshman, and I'm in, like, swim shorts, like, really tiny swim shorts because it's swimming. And I do the flip, and I go out of the water, and I'm super proud, and I walk into the girls' locker room, and my friend at the time goes, "Your ass is hanging out." And I go, "What are you talking about?" My shorts had ripped on income, so when I was coming out of the water, the whole class got to see my ass, and that was it for my high school social career.
That's awesome!
Yeah, it was great. I loved feeling awful. Anyway.
No, you shouldn't feel awful. Just said that's so awesome.
Just continue.
You got to moon everybody.
I got to moon everybody, yeah.
If you had multiple personas for the primary parts of your personality, what would they be / represent?
Well, my mascot right now is just my dog in a Spider-Man costume, so I'd assume it'd just be my dog in different Spider-Man costumes, like Venom, Spider-Pool, stuff like that.
It's okay, so that answered what they looked like. What's your best memory?
My best memory? When I got my dog. It was a good memory. I love that dog.
Sorry, everybody else.
Yeah. I don't need people. Dogs are better.
Coffee versus tea versus hot cocoa. What do you choose?
I love all of them, but I drink coffee the most. But I prefer all of them. I think I drink more tea if I knew how to make it properly. I usually drink my sister's tea.
Beer for me. Obviously. Excuse me. What would you say is the best thing about your life right now?
Well, I'm getting free rent. Thanks, folks. And I'm not dying. It's pretty good. Living the dream.
What would you say is the best thing? Okay, we already said that. What are some topics you feel very passionate About?
Oh, animation, dogs, Pokemon, chickens. Yeah. Spider-Man. I really like Spider-Man if you haven't noticed. Love Spider-Man. Yeah.
What would you say is your biggest flaw? What's your biggest
flaw?
strength? Yep.
I think I spend too much time on details that aren't important. I think I put too much time in detail that doesn't really matter, and I spend so much time on it, I burn myself out, and I don't want to do the rest. Which is unfortunate. And biggest not flaw. Yikes. I don't know. I think I'm pretty decent at character design? Question mark, maybe? Next
You
question.
are amazing at character design.
Thanks.
What are some of your fears/phobias?
I actually am not a fan of lightning. I'm not a big fan of thunderstorms. Believe it or not. I know I'm a pansy when it comes to that. Recently I found out I'm not a fan of heights. Because I was climbing and I looked down and I'm like, wow, that's not a good feeling. That's about it. I don't think I can think of anything else.
F you, thunder.
It just wakes me up and it's loud. I'm like, come on.
Right. I should record this hiccup and send it to you whenever you're sleeping. What's your favorite food?
Recently it's probably sushi, but I used to eat a lot of ribs. I like ribs and sushi, which is a weird combo, but
I could tell Marissa's from the South. What's your favorite soda?
Yeah, we call it pop in Michigan.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I actually don't drink pop. I don't. I used to, and then I'm like, wow, this is really, really sugary, and I just don't enjoy the taste, but if I had to pick one, I drink a lot of root beer. That's about it.
A&W, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Hi, Ray.
Oh my god. Here's the deal. Here, Mike, when I have hiccups, I hold my breath for 10 seconds. You should probably do the same.
I don't breathe.
Yeah? 10 seconds. Yeah. Let's count 10. This is good. I'm talking to myself. This is good. This is...
Stop it.
Mike's not here. Finally, God, he shut up. Fuck. Stream's over, guys.
It didn't work. Right at the last second, it went off. If you were a character in Aptitude, what do you think your power would be? And it can't be Spider-Man's power.
You called me out. I was gonna say, I'm like, oh, obviously a spider person. That's a good question. I guess it'd be superpowers, right?
Yeah.
I would like to be able to turn off anxiety. That would be so cool. Just like, boop, you're not anxious no more. It's like a personal Xanax without having to take a Xanax. That's not a cool power, but that'd be awesome.
It would. Discord versus Skype. Which do you use more?
I used to use Skype all the time, but Skype has recently been a garbage program. So I've been using Discord.
Get good, Skype.
Skype sucks.
It does. It really does. Have you had any pets before Ada? What were they?
When I was in 5th grade, fun fact, my mom is not a fan of animals, and I'm a huge fan of animals. But I cried, saying I had no friends in 5th grade, and she felt so bad she got me a hamster. The hamster lived for 5 years. It was named Little Bear. And then I got a guinea pig, and then I got my dog.
What's your favorite smell? Essential oils or...
Oh, no. Sure. Fun fact, again, I've been saying fun fact, I can't smell. I just don't. I actually went to a sniffer doctor recently, and we sat down, we did the whole nose examination. He sits me down, he goes, I have no idea what's wrong with you. So, we don't know why I can't smell. I don't remember ever smelling. It's terrible because when I was trying to buy my car, it was leaking oil, and I couldn't smell it. And I was about to buy it. My dad was like, don't do that. But anyway, I can't smell, so I don't know. All essential oils smell like nothing to me.
That's why we're friends. She can't smell me. What's your favorite holiday? Oh, God.
Favorite holiday? I'm not a fan of holidays, because but if I had to pick one, it'd be Halloween.
Thank you for the questions, Marissa. Next person. Oh, gosh. Siberini asks, nothing.
Nothing?
They will click on the bell and watch all of the new videos from start to end. I hope that helps.
That's so nice. Thank you. If it doesn't, it's totally fine. Again, I don't really care. It's $100 at the end of the day.
To make more watch time, you can create some speed paints or speed animations or process videos.
I might do that, but depending on how bad my school schedule is, depending on assignments, I don't know how that's gonna go, but I'll try.
Alright, Lucky Lucy asks, what's Tyrant's best quality?
It's everything. Look at it. Just look at it for 10 seconds, and you'll understand.
Can you get me a spoonful of peanut butter, please? Supposedly that's supposed to help with the hiccups.
I think you're doomed, buddy. It's
Okay.
nice knowing you.
Right, right. Okay, Gambling Dog asks, have you seen Steven Universe or Gravity Falls? If so, what did you think about them?
I've seen both. I adore Gravity Falls to pieces. Probably one of my favorite animations or animated cartoons. I guess all cartoons are animated. Anyway. What I thought about Steven Universe, I'm off and on about Steven Universe. Some seasons are better than others. Recently it's been pretty good. But, I think I'm a little, not annoyed, but I get bored of the filler they add in a lot, and then I come back later to watch it. I like it, it's just not Gravity Falls.
Get my heart going, Nick. I'll have to ask the wife. Okay, imagine, Hodgepodge, asks, a few questions. What's your guilty pleasure TV show, movie, video games?
Oh, man. I'm pretty open about all the stuff I like, so I don't really have guilty pleasure. I guess I can go back to the Alien vs. Predators. It's not a good game. It's not, but I liked it a lot, and I would play it.
It is not a good game.
It's terrible. The controls were awful. I could only play the Alien. You had 3 options between to play the Marine, the Predator, and the Alien. I could only play the Alien, and even that I get, I guess motion sickness would be the term for it, because you'd be jumping around ceilings, but I really liked the game as a kid, so I guess that's it. Aliens vs. Predators. Yeah?
I got peanut butter.
That's disgusting, thank you.
Yeah. What's your comfort food?
All food? I'm pretty much a garbage disposal and I eat. But I really like sushi, and I like ribs, and I like pizza. So I guess pizza, because I order that a lot, because I'm too lazy to make anything.
I love peanut butter.
Peanut butter's disgusting.
Oh no! Friendship over!
Oh, it's gross! It's greasy and anyway.
It's disgusting. Did you know it was made for people who couldn't chew peanuts and they needed protein? They couldn't chew any food, but they needed protein.
I did not know that. Cool facts with Mike.
That's why it was made. That's what happens when you're old. You just automatically know weird crap that no one cares about. Anyway, of all the maps you participated in, which are your favorite or you have the most pride in?
My map part? I assume?
Yeah.
Okay, I still like American Trash a lot. That's just me. A lot of times if my videos are left too long uploaded publicly, I'd start to hate them, so I'd have to just say American Trash right now. That's probably my most, like, wow, look at this.
If your dog was a Pokemon, what Pokemon would it be?
Rockruff.
Also, Rockruff?
Rockruff. I mean, look at, I'll do a comparison when I do the visuals. You see,
right.
Side by side.
Well, also give your dog some pets for me, and
of course,
they hope that your desperation works out. See, you're desperate, so this needs to be a podcast.
Well, I guess it is a podcast now. Right now.
Yeah, right now. All right. Foster calls. Yo, which of your characters do you love/hate relationship with?
All of them. There's been, I don't think, a single character where I write it and I go, wow, this sounds great. I have to constantly go to my editor, say, does this sound right? And constantly like that. And so I think I have a love-hate relationship with all of them, especially drawing too. When I'm drawing them and I'm like, you bastard, when you're not coming out right. Like right now, Brutus's face is too round. I'd have to draw it more square, but it's not a serious stream, so I don't care.
Also, what's your favorite gaming genre? That's by Gambling Dog.
Favorite gaming genre? I really like platform games and like kind of like, I like MMORPGs too. I'm not gonna lie. I played Guild Wars a lot and World of Warcraft. I'm a freaking nerd.
You know what? I'm so excited because I used to be into Vanguard Saga of Heroes a lot.
Oh no way, really?
Yes, there's an emulator and it works pretty darn well.
Really?
And yes, I downloaded it and it's like I'm getting the guild back together. This is fantastic.
That's awesome.
I'll have to give you the links for it.
Yes.
Grin Ninja Q&A for you. Ask, do you get stuffed animals?
I get stuffed animals all the time. I just recently ordered a personalized commission from Raymond. Got a plushie. It's a blue Tyrant. I have so many on my bed, I can barely sleep myself. So yes, I have plushies.
Do you play D&D?
I do. I'm playing tomorrow, actually.
Okay, Shaky Cat, or Shecky Cat, asks, how many episodes are you planning for Aptitude, and what inspired the story behind it?
Episodes, I'm roughly thinking 10. I'm not sure yet. I actually write the script, and when I do the storyboard for it, that's how I know how long the episode's going to be. I know that the episode 0 I'm working on right now, which is halfway done, woohoo, is going to be like 7 minutes. I'm not sure if the other episodes are going to be longer, and I'm not sure how long the series is going to go. All I need to know when I'm doing the episodes is what point A and point B and what I'm trying to explain in that episode is. I don't have a certain time period I need to hit because I'm not broadcast TV and I don't need to hit 15 minutes. There you go.
That's awesome. Does Brewdog get a spin-off of his own show?
Sure, yeah, why not, right? If I ever have time.
Sweet.
If he survives.
Hey! That's so mean. Velorise. How did you get... Oh, we already did that. Inspiration, we already did that.
Oh, I get inspired by a lot of cartoons, let's just say that.
Jujubes asks, what's your favorite aspect of writing a series, or writing in general?
Character interactions. I love writing character interactions. Like, just two characters bantering, two characters yelling, two characters just chilling, I don't care.
You're really good at that. I mean, when I'm reading this stuff, it's like, that is how I'd have a conversation.
Oh, thank God. Because I'm always worried anyway, but that's good. Good to hear, thank you.
It's really good. Oh boy, Rebecca, I am sorry. This is from Rebecca Dahl Kuckegard.
That's probably wrong, but alright.
Probably, sorry. You probably won't be able to evaluate this due to major spoilers. But does House of Gold, from the work in progress of Dakota singing it to Wyatt, have anything to do with Wyatt being caught in the middle of platoons versus terrorists?
That's a really good question. What you're referring to, I'm going to show when I put up the visuals, is this animatic that the amazing and genius clown, who also voices Dakota, did for me, which is awesome.
She asked me, son, when I grow old, will you buy me a house of gold? And when your father turns to stone, will you take care of me? She asked me, son.
What's going on there, I can't get into detail because, like you said, for spoilers, why it's caught between the two. All I can say is Dakota can pretty much do anything, and Wyatt has to put up with it. There is a reason behind why, I just can't say. It has something to do with API, the bot guy. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Nice. The next question, and I'm not sure how it would work. She asks, can I put your videos in the background to give you extra watch time? Or does YouTube detect that? I'm not sure what context.
I wouldn't know. If you want to, go right ahead. I mean, I'm not going to force anybody to do that. That's silly. But if you want, go right ahead.
I'd say go through everything and watch everything beginning to finish, and then spread it out to your friends.
Or don't.
She wants her monies. Do it.
It's just 100. Anyway, continue.
But still, $100 can get you a lot.
You can get me some food.
Tuba Trooper asks, what's your favorite social platform?
Probably right now Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like tweeting. I like tweeting a lot. When I'm nervous, I tweet. I tweet a lot.
We already covered what breed her dog is. They are so cute.
German Shepherd, Husky. I will talk about my dog. I'll have a whole stream just talking about my dog.
You cut out again.
I don't care. Okay, continue.
Do you like musicals?
I do. I think I said that earlier.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, earlier. Mainly right now, Dear Evan Hansen, Hamilton, and Be More Chill. Yep.
Are there any planned musicals episodes for Aptitude? Oh God.
That'd be up to the voice actors.
Oh God.
But I'd do it in a heartbeat. It'd be awful.
Time of my life.
If I could, I would. Again, it'd be totally up to if the voice actor's comfortable, because not every voice actor sings.
If you want terrible singing from my aspect,
Please,
from Brutus.
That's a huge thing for Brutus. Do it.
Yes. I'm sure Kiba sings.
Oh yeah, Kiba and
great.
Alex would probably be up for it. They've done their fair share of collabs. I think they did of Heather's one.
Oh
the other.
jeez. I can't sing. It's like gravel down
I
chalkboard.
can't sing either, man. Yeah, you're good. I'm not a singer. I'm an animator. All right.
Foreskin, Forsaken Spirits. I call them Foreskin. Says, "Oh, worm," and I don't know.
Yes. Next question.
Nicole B. Is going to binge on your channel. They're very excited for Aptitude's arrival,
That's so cool.
and they hope that you can somehow reach that watch time goal. Best wishes, Little Heart.
Thank you so much.
Silent Willow. Dog? Pictures, please.
I should make a whole video on my dog on Jeff Smith's channel. I do it. I have so many videos and pictures of my dog on Twitter. I post at least one every week. If you want to pop on there and just press the media tab, and you'll probably find her.
At least.
At least.
Heroes Bane 2854.
My man.
Gonna spam you with a ton of questions.
Let's do it.
Why do you love Tyrant so much?
Look at it.
Do you love Tyrantrum as much as you love Tyrant?
I don't like it as much, but I still love it.
Do you have a Secret Master Evolution team I don't know about?
No, actually, I'm gonna get so much fire for this. I don't, not particularly a fan of the EVE line. I mean, I don't mind it. It's just not something I look at and go, wow. Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Can I see your Secret Master Evolution team? Because you apparently have it.
Apparently, it's hidden. It's hidden, and it's just, they're all tyrants.
Can we see a picture of your dog right now?
Right now? There she is! Anyway.
Ah, look at those eyes. So cute, you get lost in the soul. Throwback to your class short film, is your dog and your friend still dating?
Yes, they're very happily together.
How does Aptitude now compare to how it was when you first started working on it?
Well, it isn't complete garbage. That's what I hate. I think I still have it up. I absolutely hate what Aptitude originally was because I had 6 months to finish it. The whole thing. So I rushed it, obviously, having 6 months. It is absolutely nothing compared to what it is now. Like, even... I don't think I had Dakota and Carter made at the time. Like, there was no terrorists. There was just... I had no idea what was going on. A lot of the characters have changed a lot drastically, too. Parker has a completely... You might not see it, but he's got a very subtle change difference to him, in my opinion. So does Brutus. Brutus is a complete different aspect. I don't know. I can rant about this forever. I don't like the old one. I think the new one's better. That's the answer to the question.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've done a lot of research on geology and disabilities to make sure your series is accurate and representative of different people. What is something else that you did a lot of unexpected research on that we don't know about yet?
Oh, you did pull up the arm thing, which is Parker's thing. The reason he's got no arms because he's got Pracomelia. But you already mentioned that. And rocks, which is another Parker thing. I had to do a lot of research for Wyatt on engineering terms because he's a much smarter character than I am. Or not I'm not a character, but he's a much smarter person than I am, so I had to do a lot of research when I'm doing his lines to make him sound more intelligent than I am because I don't know how to do engineering. Is that a thing? But no, that's that.
Did you guys notice? Okay, that's probably a tip on how to write a character. Think of them as an actual person.
Yeah, that's good. Don't think of him as a character. Think of him as just a person you're studying, which is creepy, but yeah.
Yeah, because you corrected yourself. You called him a character, and then you said person.
Yeah. Well, he is technically a character, but I'm trying to write him as real as possible.
Okay, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Do you still play Overwatch?
I do, but not as much because of school and animation.
Do you have any MLG Pro Gamer clips you want to show?
They're pretty low health, friend. Especially if you have You got one!
Out of questions. They hope that you hit the 4,000 hours, Ren. They'll be lurking around waiting for the next video.
That's sweet. Thank you so much.
Majesty asks, which character in Aptitude do you relate to the most?
I don't really write characters based off me, so I don't think I can relate to one. They're in a very different... I don't have any superpowers. I'm not super ripped and top of my class. I don't think I can really... I'm not a terrorist. That's the thing. I don't think I can relate to any of my characters more so as I just study and write them. I don't know. Personality-wise, God, I don't even know. I'd have to get back to you on that question. Sorry.
Judge Pikachu. I know them.
They're pretty sweet. Speaking of good animators in the community, that's one of them.
I've always been curious why the Spider-Man doggo. I effing freaking love it, but I'm curious to know the story.
I like Spider-Man, I like my dog, and I put two together. Boom! You got Spider-Dog. I'm not creative when it comes to that.
Sabin Vladimir. Have you ever been beaten in Pokemon?
I have, actually, believe it or not, but I haven't since the video I posted last year, because I haven't had time to play Pokemon. But I think Dog's Life, which is another great animator, kicked my butt one time with the Steelix. I can't remember. I think that's why I've been avoiding fighting them again. I can't have them take my title.
Eve of Time has 2 questions. Which character in Aptitude is your favorite to write? We already did that.
No, I think it was favorite. I guess favorite to write's different, right?
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
It'd probably be Dakota, actually. Because he acts what he says, not just says it. So it's kind of fun to write a guy who will legitimately kill a man just because he feels like it. It's fun. It's a lot of fun, which is terrifying, but it's true.
Do you necessarily agree with what they do?
No. I think he's coming from a right place, but he's doing it wrong.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bright Blue asks, I'm going to safely assume that you like Spider-Man, yay or nay?
Oh yeah. Spider-Man is... Whew, I love that character so much, it's insane.
We already did favorite food. Favorite villain from his Rogues Gallery?
Probably Carnage. Probably Carnage.
Nice.
Yeah, I like Carnage a lot.
Nice. Just talk Spider-Man in general?
Spider-Man's great. I'm really excited for the new Miles movie coming out next year. I'm really excited. But, yeah, Spider-Man's great. I've adored the character since I was a little kid. You want to talk about inspiration? Probably Spider-Man, but I don't really have any Spider-Man characters in Aptitude. I guess Carter's a bug-like dude, but he's not really Spider-Man. Yeah, I just like Spider-Man. I could say Spider-Man every day. I'm saying it too much. Continue.
Yeah, well, Spider-Man helped me when I was having rough patches in my life. So
who doesn't want a nerd that can stick to a wall?
Right. Oh, thank you so much, Stanley. Davina S asks, how long have you been animating, and what's your favorite part about it?
I think now 7 to 8 years. I'm not sure. I started when I was 12, really. My favorite part about it. The process sucks, and doing it sucks, but when the end results come and they actually start moving like that's so cool to me. I think it's cool to see, especially when you do, like, you get clips from your voice actors, and then you animate them to the voice. They're like a live person. It's the coolest feeling, and I don't think you can feel that until you experience it. So,
until you get, unless you get a stale performance like my stuff.
Oh my, no self-deprecating in this chat!
I want to redo that so bad because it's like 2 years ago.
Actually, I might have to. Okay, I'll talk about this later. Yeah, you could do it.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna give him so much gusto. Give him such a masculine voice now. Yeah.
If you do, you're fired. Anyway, continue.
He's gonna be like Sylvester. I'm gonna make him sound like Sly Stallone.
That's terrifying.
Okay, Banquet Fox asks, have you played the new Ultra Moon Sun for Pokemon? If so, what are you about it?
I loved it. I think if that came out instead of Sun and Moon, the original one, I think it's the better version of Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Moon. So I suggest starting with Ultra Sun and Moon. It's like the pacing was much better. That's that.
Jay Bailey, we already done ships. Go ahead and have fun.
Have fun with them. I don't care.
What's your favorite crack ship?
My favorite crack ship?
Yeah.
Kiba has tried to convince me on Wyatt and Dakota before. I don't really care for it, but I mean, I don't care for most ships. I don't care if you do it. I don't think I have a favorite crack ship. I'd like to see what you guys come up with because it's wild.
Elemental Dragons. She already answered your inspiration for Aptitude. When did you get the idea for Aptitude?
When I get the idea, so originally, like I said, it was a school project. I was gonna do a spin-off of actually Rainey's comic because I didn't have any ideas. And then I thought, no, I kind of want to do a human story. And Yeah, I think it started there. And I started just researching a few things, and I'm like, I really want to make my own superhero kind of story, and that's where I went from there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yuka asked the same question.
Superheroes are great.
Chaotic Canine.
Here we go.
How did you come up with the idea of aptitude? Do you know our Lord and Savior Helix?
I do. Lord Helix? Gosh, I've watched the Twitch streams of that Pokemon thing. Was great. Yes.
Int J asks, how much fun is it working with the voice cast of Aptitude?
Obviously not a lot of fun because I'm with one of them right now. They're awful. I hate them. No, I adore my cast. I normally am not a braggy type, but if I had a brag, I'd say I have one of the best casts. I love my cast. They're so talented. I'm so happy to be working with them, and I really appreciate they're doing it for free. That's insane. You guys are crazy. What are you doing? Anyway. Yeah.
Well, it's like when we feel, at least personally, when you feel so attached to a story that you barely know, and it's crazy to say. It's crazy to think about. I know, believe me. It's like, I don't know. I really dig the characters, and I really dig the character I voice just because I'm biased like that. And I'm more than happy to do it for free because it's a story that's very, very well thought out. It's not one of those like, I just feel like doing this, so here you go.
Oh, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
So, just keep it up. Just keep it.
Does your dog getting gay?
It does. I love you, man. Does your dog know any cool tricks?
My dog knows, and I will go into the list. She knows sit, she knows bark, she knows down, she knows spin. That's my favorite. She spins around. She knows handshake. She knows her lefts and rights. Hell, she even knows how to spell walk now, because we used to say walk, and she'd get excited. Do you want to go on a W-A-L-K? She knows that word now. She knows if you say squirrel, she'll freak out and go to the door. I love that dog. She knows roll over. I think I already said that, but she knows everything. She's so smart.
That's great. Streams do not count towards views, but they do count to hours watched. Thanks.
Oh, hey, that works.
All right. What's your dream Pokemon team other than 6 Tyrants?
6 more Tyrants. Next question.
Ouch. Taika? What's your favorite superhero besides Spider-Man?
Oh, you gotta pull that on me. Pull me a fast one. Like I said earlier, I'm actually a huge fan of Spider-Man, but I'm not, like, I don't read a lot of other Marvel stuff. But if I had to pick one, recently, since the movie came out, the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, I've been really obsessed with the whole team. I really like Star-Lord. I love Star-Lord. He's a huge dork. I think I have a connection with nerdy characters who go up there to try to be cool and they're not. That's so I like Star-Lord.
Any future pets you wish to own, like a horse, ferret, basically anything besides your typical household pets?
Maybe another bird. I'd love to own a bird, but right now they take so much time and care to take care of them. I'm not thinking about that. But I like dogs. I don't think I'm adventurous when it comes to owning an animal. I think I just stick to dogs.
I used to work at a bird store back when I was 13. Yeah, you could get a job when you were 13.
Whoa!
Yeah, get jobs. If you could stab YouTube, what would you stab them?
Preferably my middle finger.
Right?
Yeah.
ZZX1 says, "Oh, you're gonna be so disappointed. Crunchy or smooth peanut butter?"
Oh yeah, you are. I don't like peanut butter, man. Sorry.
Friendship over.
I think I saw a documentary when I was a kid. There's always like rat hair in it or something, and that could be fake. I don't know, but like it scarred me as a kid. So
it adds to the flavor. I've never found one.
They're small though. Like you never know. You're eating like munch.
Yeah, I eat a ton of peanut butter. I've never found one. The worst I've come across in peanut butter is dried out peanut butter.
That sounds terrible. No, you're good. I just don't like peanut butter.
Little Bat, you were honestly such a big inspiration to me when I started drawing humans, and it was a couple question marks.
Okay.
That's super important to me, and I hope you get all this all figured out, Heart. As for a question, how does it feel when people tell you stuff like that?
I'm better at taking compliments now than I used to be. I used to be very bad at it. I'm better on the internet because I don't have to show my face. When I'm in, like, when professors have told me in the past, wow, this is actually pretty good, I'm like shrivel up. I'm not really good with compliments, but I do appreciate them. I think I'm better on the internet with them because I can go back and read them when I'm feeling down. I'm like, okay, maybe I don't suck as much. Stuff like that.
You don't. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, little bit.
I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you for the compliment, by the way. That's really cool. I'm your inspiration. That's insane. I would never thought that. Thank you for sharing.
Presto! How long did it take you until you feel like you got the hang of drawing people?
So originally I used to draw a lot of dogs because I like dogs. So like as a kid, I'm like, I'm just gonna draw a bunch of dogs. And cats were easy to draw because they were just kind of similar anatomy, just a little bit different. So I think it's because I really like dogs, I continue to draw dogs. And as soon as I started getting attached to the aptitude cast, I started to really like drawing humans. And that's when I started drawing more humans. I don't think if I had the aptitude cast, I'd still probably be drawing dogs and furry creatures.
There should be a furry episode of Aptitude.
Oh god. Actually, that'd be kind of cute. Get old dogs. Dogs everywhere. But anyway.
For Halloween or something.
There you go. Everyone's a werewolf now.
Yep. Animal Crazy. Who do you think is your most developed character?
Developed?
Mm-hmm.
I think Wyatt, Brutus, and Parker have gone through an insane amount of development through the 4 years because they're the main focus I was doing. They've gone through 3 huge changes personality-wise. Wyatt actually used to be a lot more, kind of your generic sweet guy who was like, nice guys finish last. And I realized, no, I don't want to do that. He's kind of a cocky prick. I mean, he's a genius. Why wouldn't he be, in your face about, my stuff's better than yours? So I kind of went with that. But I think the equal amount in just different ways of Brutus, Parker, and Wyatt, all the 3 main cast.
And who have you gotten the most art of? Can be from commissions, requests, fan art, anything.
I think right here I'm going to show a bunch of fan art because that'd be awesome plug-in for everyone. But I think I got the most of Parker of all other ones, and I'll show them here.
Marissa says that you asked her to make a Brutus plush.
I have. I'm paying her to make a Brutus plush.
Oh God, how much? Because well, you can tell me privately because I kind of want one.
You'd have to ask her about it.
Okay. I'm a broke dad, so I mean, were any of your characters inspired by anything or anyone else?
I think earlier in the stream, it clicked to me. There's an episode in Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I think I'm going to say this one more time. Is that the character Blue Regard Kyukazu is, can't understand sarcasm, but he's sarcastic. So the whole time the cast is trying to explain to him, you're being sarcastic, but he's just not getting it. That was a huge, cue on to write Parker. Because Parker canonically has, autism, and he's got Asperger's, more specifically. And it was nice to see it on screen, to see how I would write it maybe in the past. So you'll be seeing in the first episode a similar conundrum between him and Brutus, when Brutus is trying to explain you're being really sarcastic and kind of an asshole, and he's just not getting it. So I'd say Blue from Foster Home for Imaginary Friends was a huge Parker inspiration. Yep.
There you go. What's your favorite Pokemon type and generation?
I liked whatever the latest generation. I think it's the 7th. I think it's 7th generation. I could be wrong. Whatever Ultra Sun is in, I really like the Alola region. My favorite type of Pokemon is actually Rock type. I like rocks.
They're on 7?
Yeah.
I only know the beginning.
Well, it's because you're old. Moving on.
Oh, that's true. I'll give you that. Okay, Star Bullets. I like that. I like that. Star Bullet. I figure it's already been asked, but yeah, your original idea of Aptitude.
My original idea of Aptitude sucked, and I'm so sorry I keep having it posted publicly. I'd be surprised if I continue that. I might actually unlist it or delete it because I hate it so much. But it's nice to look back and see how far I've come from how ugly it was to how badly written to what I am now. If I ever feel bad about what I'm doing now, I just look back at it and go, oh my god, it's not that bad.
This is from Mayu Senpai. What made you want to start animating drawing, and who's your inspiration?
So that's a big question. I love it. just genuinely, I just always wanted to make a cartoon. As a kid, I watched cartoons. Now I still watch cartoons. I wanted to do that. And when I found out it was possible, I just had to get some programs and start animating. That's immediately what I did. I started digitally drawing instead of drawing on my sketchbooks, learning how to do that, and then working my way up to animation. But I think the main inspiration was just watching a bunch of cartoons as a kid. Ed and Eddie, Looney Tunes, stuff like that. I'm like, I want to do that. So that's what I did.
All right. Clockwork Eyes. God, I'm typing that as dirt. Sorry. I can't talk and type at the same time.
That's
Clockwork Clockwork Eyes asks, what was the inspiration for the designs of the characters in Aptitude? And if you could, show us their original or concept design.
That'll be fun. Yeah, I can. I'll show you the original awful first concepts of the characters. And, Wyatt's look actually was hugely inspired by my brother, believe it or not. When my brother was younger, he used to have this crazy hair because he wanted to be like, he wanted to be that rock star guy. What's his name? Slash, I think?
Oh, Slash?
He would play, Guitar Hero so much, so he wanted to grow his hair out to be like Slash. But it poof out instead of grow down, and that's the huge inspiration I got for Wyatt. Ironically, my brother is now becoming an engineer, and he was a huge inspiration for just Wyatt's character in general. So I think that's where his look came from. But
and life imitates art.
It's true, yeah. That's not saying Wyatt is anywhere close to my brother other than the hair. And even my brother doesn't have the hair anymore. But that's where it came from. And also, because Wyatt has the electricity, I thought his hair wouldn't be looking nice because he'd be constantly static. So it poofs out. Parker was just inspired by, I looked up a bunch of pictures of people who actually had Pracomelia, which is the arm thing he has, and I just drew from that. But you'll see, I got his eye color, I think, from Benedict Cumberbatch. You'll see on his reference sheet, when I originally was doing him, a bunch of reference pictures I used when I was making him. And then Brutus, I tried to make him as the original design in, like, the old motion graphics. I thought I was going to throw away these characters. Like, I wasn't going to continue this. So I tried making Brutus a very stereotypical looking soldier guy because I wanted him to seem like he's mean and gruff, but he's not. So that's where he came from. I wish I could take the scar away because he looks like an anime protagonist, but unfortunately I can't.
All right. Jade C. Day asks, why Spider-Ren?
Because my name is Loren, and I like Spider-Man, so Spider-Ren. But,
what are your top 3 or 5 favorite Pokemon? They all can't be typed.
Oh, God. Okay. I'm being serious here. Dragonite, Decidueye, and... Man. I really like Raichu.
Wolfia, want a cookie?
Not from strangers.
You never know what's in them.
You never know.
Black Hangola. Seriously, YouTube? That's ridiculous.
Sure is.
You always draw yourself with that hat. Does that hat exist? Is it a certain hat or just any hat? If so, where'd you get it?
It was based off a hat I used to have. I still have it somewhere. I don't use it as much because I'm not a fan of snapbacks, but it was the only one that had Spider-Man on it, and so I'd wear it a lot. But, I wear hats profusely. Like, the only reason I'm not wearing a hat is because either I'm having a good hair day, which is never, or I'm working at, like, my job and you can't wear a baseball hat. But no, it's not based off a hat. I just draw myself wearing a baseball cap because I have baseball caps everywhere. But yeah, I bought it, the one at Snapback at a Comic-Con in 2014. There you go.
Super Peps. She already answered her favorite character in Aptitude.
It's true.
How do you keep track of random ideas that come
into my head? I write them on a phone. Like because I normally don't have a piece of paper near me if I'm sleeping, but a lot of times I'm laying in bed and I'm like, that's a cool concept, so I jump out and I quickly text it. And it's garbled and awful mess when I wake up because I'm tired, but I can still make out what I was trying to say. So I'd say get a notebook from your phone and text. Huh?
Incognito, I butchered that, I'm sure, asks, how is Wyatt so simultaneously adorable and angsty?
Fun
Do these
fact,
qualities...
I'm interrupting you. Say it.
No.
Spit it
Do
out.
these qualities go hand in hand?
I actually didn't make Wyatt to be either of those. Well, I did make him to be angsty because he's 18, but I made him to be like a greasy nerd who doesn't come out of his basement but a lot of people find that cute apparently, which is wild. That's wild to me.
Where were you people when I was young?
Yeah, right? I'm like, damn, I'd be like popular kid 101 here. But nah, I don't know. I just draw him and people think he's cute, so that's kind of cool.
If you could work for any animated show, movie, or animation company, which would you pick?
I wouldn't, because I wouldn't want to work in animation, unfortunately. But that'd be cool. I think I'd do like maybe a short. I wouldn't mind working at like any animation company, but I don't think I want to do it as a career.
Probably not Disney, because they're slave drivers.
Yeah, not Disney.
Yeah. What's your favorite song right now?
My favorite song right now? I don't have a favorite song, but I have a favorite band, which is Weezer, so I like all their songs, so I suggest listening to some Weezer.
Oh, that poor sweater. Do you have any tips for drawing expressively?
A lot of people are gonna kill me for this, but I actually don't 100% of the time support looking in the mirror at your facial expressions, because your facial expressions are different than someone else's. So if you're copying what you look like and how you react, you're gonna put that into your other characters, and your characters should have slightly different variations between their expressions. So like, Brutus smiles differently than Parker, and vice versa to Wyatt. So what I suggest is, people watch again. Go to like a coffee shop and just maybe a library, I don't care where you go, just to watch people interact and just study, maybe bring a sketchbook and just study how people's faces move. That's my thing, because that's a very natural way to see how an actual expression looks, because if you're going to type in happy expression on Google, it's going to be very forced. That's just my thing.
You see how much thought she puts into everything? That is why I love this project. That is why I love working with her. For as little as I've worked with you. I got a jab.
We talk more, but
I got a jab.
That's good.
Who's your favorite person?
A favorite person? I don't have a favorite person. I love a lot of people. I don't think I'm a hateful person. I like a lot of people. I can't specifically name a single one. I like my family and my dog. I guess my favorite person is my dog. She's just looking at me. Anyway.
Oh gosh. Aislinn Linster asks, what do you think is a good way for new and upcoming artists to get their art out there and noticed on various social media platforms?
Oh man, that's a hard one. I'm not a very good person to ask that for, because I'm honestly shocked I have as much subs as I do now. I really didn't expect that when I was posting. What I did, though, was continue to post. It can be disheartening sometimes when you post something and you don't get the reaction you thought you were going to get, but you got to keep doing it. You're going to fail more than you're going to succeed, but when you succeed, it's going to feel so good.
Yeah.
Just do it.
And as often said, failure is often the path to success.
Yeah, so I think keep posting on any social media site. What I do is I usually post on Twitter and YouTube. That's about it for me, but you can use any platform, really.
Star Stuff says they're gonna go watch all your stuff.
That's cool.
Chai Tea, I know them.
They're also an amazing animator.
What's your favorite mythical Pokemon? Is that
mythical?
Is it a different one?
That's different between legendary. Mythical is different.
I don't know.
Mythical. Let's think. I love the jokes that come with Arceus or Arceus, that he's God. That's hilarious, so I'm gonna have to go with Arceus.
Mr. Mom asks...
That's my professor!
What AE tool or technique have you found most useful?
After Effects tool. Oh, hi, Mr. Mom. I'm glad you're watching. He was my After Effects teacher, hence why he's asking me about After Effects. I think I've used mostly right now is particle effects. I abuse those now. I love them. And use of Puppet tool has been awesome. That is very cool. You can do these cool tweening effects with that. And overall lighting, I've actually used it for cool lighting effects and camera motion. So a lot, but I'd have to say the particle effect.
Nice. Who's your favorite teacher? He didn't ask that, but I figured I would just throw it out there.
Mr. Mom, of course!
Okay,
Actually, he's actually awesome. He gave me a scanner.
Yeah?
He gave me a free scanner. I was like, whoa, that's really nice of you. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, it's let that be a lesson to you. You find an awesome teacher, they will always be with you in your memory. It's just...
Teachers are great.
Yeah, they inspire so much when you have an awesome teacher.
I don't think if it was for Mr. Mom's class, I wouldn't be using After Effects, and I think that's a huge After Effects has made Aptitude look so nice, lighting-wise. Just, it looks pretty. So I think I'm glad he forced me to use it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's forced you to use it.
Well, technically I was forced, because I came in there, I'm like, oh, I have to use this program, and I'm like, oh, okay, I was wrong.
Okay, Miss Crackpot asks, can we have more pictures of your dog?
Of course. I might make a separate video with my pooch, just for y'all. Because, God, I love talking about that dog.
That's the next question. Can you make an entire video about it?
Yes! Yes, I'll do that!
Okay, anime all the way. She already answered what kind of dog she has.
German Shepherd, Husky mix. Ha!
What's your favorite breed of small dogs and favorite breed of big dog?
Because I love all dogs, but I will say this, I'm not a huge fan of small dogs. But I really do like Pomeranians. They're fluffy friends.
Ew.
You know what? I don't need that. I don't need that right now. I need support here, Mike.
Well, see, my whole thing is if I have to bend over and pet the dog, it just doesn't exist.
Okay, I never own a small dog, but if I have to answer this question, it'd be a Pomeranian. But what was my favorite breed of dog in general?
Big dog, big dog.
Big dog. I like pit bulls. I love pit bulls, but I like German Shepherds too.
German Shepherds, they're up there with, they're my favorite.
Yeah, they're friends. They're just good friends.
I guess if I had to pick a small dog, I don't know any of them. My wife keeps saying corgi, so.
That's a cute one. They're kind of like stubby little friends. Dogs are just friends in general. Next question.
Dogs are awesome. Oh, what breed of dog do you think best suits your personality?
Breed of dog? Oh, what am I, a furry? No. I have so many furry friends. I love them. Let's think. I like water, and I like to think I'm friendly, so I think a golden retriever.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dead and Rising asks a question that you already answered. Inspiration for Aptitude.
Cartoons.
Who or sorry, go ahead.
It's cartoons.
Who or what gave you the motivation to do so?
The motivation to do so, as in like
Aptitude.
Oh. Again, I was forced to. I was forced to make it originally, and I think that because I was forced to make it, originally I was going to be like, alright, I'm going to post this first motion graphic thing and then just not do anything with it. And after I started thinking about it more, and the more I wasn't forced to do it, and I finished the class, the more and more I was going back at these characters. I'm like, I think I could make something out of this, and that's how it happened. Yeah. I could never be here without my lovely voice acting cast. Hey!
Hey! High five, everybody. Okay. Namiko TV, again, says, sorry, IDK, if you'll see this, but can you put subtitles in the episode? Just if you want to, because they don't speak fluent English, but if there will be English subtitles, it would be great.
Totally. I didn't know that was needed, but if you really want that, I didn't even think about that, I'll totally do that, yeah. I might take a bit to come out, but I promise I will do it.
On top of that, would you also support people wanting to put in different language subtitles?
Oh my gosh, yeah, if I could get help from that, because I'm not bilingual, I don't know other languages, but if I could get help for that, yes. By God, yeah.
Okay. Van Arts in Motion. How do you feel about YouTube?
Believe it or not, I'm not as pissed as I seem to be on my Twitter. I was just making jokes about it. I can see why they are doing this. I definitely can. I wish the watch time was a little bit lower, or the watch hours. But unfortunately, I'm coming from an animator's perspective, and it sucks because I can't compete with vloggers and gamer channels. But I can see why they're doing it. I'm not as mad as you think I am. That's how I feel right now. Just more like, if I don't get it, I don't. That's just how it goes.
They have a real question. How would each of the Aptitude cast react if they were suddenly stopped on the street by a foreigner who can't speak English, who is asking for directions to some place really freaking far away?
That's a funny question. Since it takes place in the 35th century, I'd like to think that some bots can just automatically translate. You can have like a Star Trek situation where they like have the badge that translates alien languages or other languages. So I assume that Kennedy, which is Parker's little bot pal that's always on his back that helps him pick up things, will have some form of translator. So they don't really have to react to it. They'll just translate it and help.
All right.
Yeah.
Rayla Di Cha-Cha. Why is YouTube such a expletive? OMFG.
Eh,
They already get enough money. True.
that's true. It's just, that's the way it goes, folks. I don't know.
Psyche. YouTube hates us all. I'll watch all your vids and try to help.
Thanks? I like the way you said that. No, thank you. I appreciate it.
Psyche asks again, how do you get to know your characters better?
I do really stupid questions. I'll be like, again, like I said, late at night thinking, I'm like, do they like hot or cold showers? Do they like this type of food? Stuff that you normally wouldn't put in a series, just continues to ask stupid questions, and then you get to know them better. Because everyone has different opinions, and you can only know if you ask. The end.
All right. Oh, jeez. Mizik. Favorite movies?
Favorite movies? Back to the Future.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah.
You cut out. Sorry.
It's fine. I generally, I watch almost everything that comes to theaters. I'm a huge movie buff, but if I had to pick those two, it'd probably be my favorite.
Do you like birds?
I love birds. I actually used to own one. His name was Jaeger. Yeah, he was a green cheek conure.
Who likes cold showers? My wife likes me taking showers.
That's good.
We already answered favorite songs and favorite video games and favorite YouTubers. What types of music do you like? Everything but country, pretty much.
Everything but country. Mainly indie, but like I'm not. I can be picky. I'm not gonna say I'm not picky. I can be very picky about songs, but usually I don't have a specific genre I like. It's just finding the song that's not country.
Tiny Art asks, how do you deal with art block?
Oh man. I usually just take a break. Usually when I have art block, it's because I burnt myself out, and I need to like tell myself not to force myself to draw. So I just make some tea, watch some TV. It could be a couple days, it could be a week. I just try my best not to freak out about it. I know a lot of artists like will be like, oh no, I have art block, what am I going to do? And obviously for people who are doing it for a profession, that's scary because you need to continue to do it. But I'm not doing it for a profession, luckily. So I just take a break. I force myself to take a break.
Do you have any other major series you think about besides Aptitude? What are they about?
I actually have one pre-production, but I'm not going to start it until I finish Aptitude. So that's why I don't even think about it. It is currently the rough outline. It is about a chick who can see ghosts, and a guy from her high school dies, and he's a ghost, and he's trying to save his friend, but he can only communicate through her. That's how I'm only going to say that because it's very, very rough. I'm not even going to go into detail, but I don't even have a name for it. There you go.
What's the weather like outside?
It's actually fairly nice today, but it's been shit lately. It's like negative whatever, but right now it's actually nice.
Yeah, it's actually melting out there.
Yeah, snow's actually melting.
Mm-hmm. What are you wearing?
A greasy wine-stained t-shirt and... oh my god, I think these pants are 3 weeks old. Hi, Rose!
So if that doesn't get you in the mood, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, like, if I'm not the most attractive person on this site.
This hoodie I've been wearing for about a month.
Yeah, it's got paint stains. I'm a goblin.
I don't care anymore. I'm married. What? I'm trying to impress anybody. Okay, so that was the last one.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it only took like 3 hours.
Maybe. Well, let me refresh to see if any more were added. But that was like the last one. Then we can go to like the comments. How many characters have been scrapped, if any?
I have scrapped 3 characters. My god. A lot of them were on the terrorist side. I was going through back and forth saying, oh, do I really need this character? No. And then I scrapped them. A lot of the scrap characters, though, have become side characters that don't have any lines. They're just side characters you'll see in the background.
Who likes cold showers?
I don't know. Sometimes I wake cold showers in the morning to wake me up. That's just me, though.
Why does Wyatt love naming stuff after president?
I don't know. He's got like a special interest towards presidents, and I thought it could be kind of cool to have a bunch of presidents named, or robots named after presidents. So that's why he's just kind of weird in that way. You know, you have like that weird niche. You're like, man, I really like this, and no one else understands it. That's why Wyatt has it.
My follow-up question: will he have one named Trump?
If it is, it's gonna be a garbage can that talks, and they always tell it to shut up.
Will it go on a rampage trying to deport everybody?
All the robots will be like, okay, shut up now.
So Little Bat's drawing Wyatt right now.
Oh.
Looking at his reference, does Wyatt ever wear the jacket he has tied around his waist?
He actually does. I have a few pictures. It's just not often. Because he's really weird with really tight clothing. So that's why he's wearing a tank top and stuff. But yeah, he does.
What is Parker's favorite material to make arms up?
His favorite mineral ever, because he's obsessed with rocks and minerals, is calcite. So I think his favorite would be calcite. But his easiest to conjure up is carbon. So you'll more frequently see his carbon arms, but his favorite personally would be the calcite arms.
What is Wyatt's favorite tool?
Favorite tool is his wrench. He got it when he was a kid. Him and Parker actually stole it from one of the maintenance guys, and it's like a personal trophy even if he doesn't use it.
That's great.
Yeah.
Any big or small plot points that have been scrapped?
A lot of small plot points have been scrapped, like a lot. When I was reworking the story, if you look back at the old motion comic, which you shouldn't, there's a lot of things there that don't exist anymore. Yeah, I mean, when you're writing a story, you're gonna have a lot of drafts and stuff that you realize this is not important to the main arc. You need to pitch it. But stuff has been added, a lot of stuff, but a lot of stuff has been unpitched. Yeah.
I'm not gonna scroll up because there's just so many comments. So
All
if
right,
you guys
that's it.
want to, that's it. We're done.
No,
No more. Tacos or burgers?
tacos or burgers? Freaking burgers, man.
So Marissa wants me to mention the wrench.
Oh, I get it, because it's got Ren in it. Man, hearing myself talk for like 2 hours. Ugh. Gross. I'm so sorry. Why are people here? So Wyatt doesn't like tight clothes and loaves. Presidents, Parker loves rocks. What's one of Brutus loves dogs. He is obsessed, but he doesn't have the thing with me. He loves small dogs, he loves big dogs, he just loves dogs. He's actually, when he was a kid, found a dog named, and he named it Abby after Abbey Road Beatles, and his adopted dad, David, took it in because he didn't want to release it. So, he loves dogs.
No.
That's his quirk.
Ren, sing your favorite meme song.
No. No. I don't sing, sorry.
You almost.
What's that one, Tangled? Sorry, I don't sing.
Yeah!
No, I have dreams, no really.
Yeah! What types of weapons does Brutus train with in the military?
Futuristic guns. Pew pew. He names all his guns after Beatles songs. And his favorite's Jude. A lot of the regulars, actually, I haven't designed it yet, but they're little things they can clap on. They actually have like these cool energy sword looking things they can stab with and use as shields. But I'll have to design that later when the time comes. I just haven't had the time. And it doesn't show up until episode 3, I think, so I don't really have to worry about it till that far off.
I won't comment about how long from now, because it's just mean. Could you go?
Yeah, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
It's gonna be a while, folks.
Like 10 years, I'll be in the grave by the time. Can you go into any more detail on the scrapped concepts?
You know what? I'd like to, but I want to keep it a secret because although they are scrapped, they still have some elements that are in the new concepts now, and I don't want to spoil anything.
All right. Do you watch The Adventure Zone? And if you do, does Magnus remind you of Brutus?
I haven't watched it personally, but my friend is obsessed with the McElroy brothers, so I have seen clips, so I do know the characters, and I know what character you're referring to. That's hilarious. I never thought about it like that, but yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
All right. Wyatt names his robots. Brutus names his guns. Does Parker name his different kind of arms?
No, unfortunately, he's not that creative. He just calls them whatever they are.
But he's super creative in puns.
He is super in arm puns. That's the thing. Yeah, he'll be like, "Gotta hand it to you, pal," and then he punches in the face with rocks. He likes his arm puns. Self-deprecating jokes are great.
Yeah.
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 That was an awful noise. I'll pay you $30 never to do that again.
Oh, sweet.
I don't know. More than I've ever paid you before.
You know, you keep saying that.
I'm loaded with cash. Join this cast.
Apparently. Jeez.
That's it. Yeah.
I call this salt arm.
Oh, there you go. That's the question. Yeah, he licks it like a deer. This bleh. These arms are salty.
Makes me feel very salty towards some people.
Yeah. Directly. If you don't want to punch Parker in the face, you will. You will want to. Eventually. I promise.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
Would the boys sit down to do a game of D&D, and if so, what classes are they, and who is the dungeon master?
That's hilarious. That's Makoto. He's my DM, actually. That's why he's asking me that. Alright, yes, they would, definitely. I think you'd have to convince Parker, because he'd be like, that's nerdy, but the other two would be up for it. I think the DM would be Wyatt, definitely, because he'd actually know what to do, and what is he doing, and the other two... Brutus would probably be a cleric, and Parker would probably be a barbarian.
Cleric?
Cleric, yeah.
Cleric?
Cleric? Gotta heal!
Healer. I don't play healers in MMOs, I always play tanks.
Tanks are fun, though. I play, like, the little fast guys, who are like, and you stab them and you leave.
Oh, the rogues.
Yeah!
The DPS.
DPS. I actually don't play that in Overwatch. I should play here in... I can speak today. Healer in Overwatch. I play Lucio, like, only.
Oh.
Love Lucio.
Yeah, tanking is awesome, especially when drunk. I just use my face.
That's hilarious.
Well, it's like when I was playing Star Wars The Old Republic, that's what I would do. I would just get totally drunk and we'd go on these raids. And somehow I would just manage to keep everybody alive. I'd keep all the aggro on me. It was pretty awesome.
That's sweet.
I called it my tanking juice.
That's gross.
It is, but...
No, I don't like the word juice. I think that's it.
Juice. Okay, my moist drink.
That's even worse. I didn't know how you did that, but you made it worse. I have seen the new Lucio skin, and yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I've never played Overwatch. I'm not good at FPSs.
Ah.
Yeah.
I only played it because my friend bought it for me, and then I got really obsessed with that one character, and I'm like, I gotta keep playing, and then... took a break, and then I haven't played it since. But I will play it eventually when I have time. But I do need to animate an episode, and I needed to get homework out.
What kind of dress would each of the main three wear if they had to cocktail dress, princess gown, etc.?
Oh my god. The most revealing? Obviously all of them. I want to see Brutus, like, super ripped and, like, really tight, and you just see, like, all, like, the uncomfortable muscles through it. That'd be hilarious. I'm not very good with dresses, so I don't know... I know there's a thing called summer dresses, and then there's dresses. I don't know what types. I know there's wedding dresses. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Ball gown.
Ball gown, that's a thing. They all wear ball gowns. And they go to a party because they're really drunk.
Victorian?
Is that a thing?
I'm guessing.
I don't know.
Who's that skirt that makes all the... Vera Wang. She makes all the dresses, right?
Right.
I guess. I don't know. Who names their kid Vera?
We're good at this.
Yeah. Clothing, we know it.
Yeah, it is. It's
fashion.
I wear shirts that are like weeks old because I can't smell. So I probably smell like a trash guy when you ever met me. I'd be coming out and be like, oh, you can hear me coming a mile away. You don't hear me, you smell me.
If Wyatt plays Overwatch, what character would he most likely play as?
Probably Reinhardt. Or Reaper, because he's an edgelord, so he'd be like, yeah!
Any story you thought of before Aptitude?
I had a few concepts, but, like, as a kid, because when I started Aptitude, I was in junior year of high school, so I think I was, like, 15, 16? So, I mean, anything before was a shit story, because I was 12. There's these guys who are, like, spiders, but they're also men. That's probably what my stories would be like. Not good.
How is everybody?
Yeah, I think I'll be ending it because, man, I'm sleepy.
Do you ever plan to visit SnefuCon so you can meet the fans of Aptitude that Kiba made here with his Wyatt impressions?
I couldn't believe he did that, to be honest, and that's amazing. I have fans at a con. I love Kiba to death. I would love to. I would adore to do that, but I'd have to talk to Kiba more about that.
I would love to go. I've never gone to a con. I would love to go to one.
You've never gone to a con?
I've
And
never
here I
gone.
thought you were a nerd. No.
I am though, but
Yeah, no, I get it.
I mean, when we came back from New York, there's a sign that says "Welcome Yumicon." What's that? Is it comic books?
That's a pet peeve. This isn't a question. Oh, hello!
Red, hi.
Hello!
Yes, you did say hi.
Oh my goodness!
Ren says hi.
Red.
Yep, there's Ren. You know which icon is.
I have gained 20 years of my life.
Remember when we called and said happy birthday?
Yes.
And she didn't
I do.
answer because she was sleeping?
I was sleeping at 11 o'clock at night. Or 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Say
Yep.
happy birthday.
That's very nasally. That's
Too
annoying.
pitchy.
I love you. All right. Go to sleep. Night night.
That was so heartwarming. That's the only thing that was good about the stream. The only pure thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Marissa says we need to go to SnafuCon. You know.
That'd be awesome. I don't know. I'd have to, again, like, talk to Keep about it. I have no idea how that would work. That's so cool. He did that. I was still amazed when someone cosplayed Y. You cosplayed Y. I'm saying someone. That was awesome. I like as a creator, you couldn't. I don't think I could hope for any better. Yeah, it's better than payment to me, man.
Right.
Support. Thank you so much.
If I ever left the house, I totally would.
Same though. I don't leave the house either. What am I saying?
Yeah. I mean, I'm stay-at-home dad that does voice acting on the side.
I don't even have the
so-
excuse of kids. I'm just social Luddite. Alright, well, I'm so tired. I'm gonna sleep. Talking takes a lot of energy.
It does.
Yeah. I'm so
Thanks
sorry
for-
I had to sit through this video. I interrupted Mike because he's not important.
I'll keep talking.
The fact that you sat through however long this video is of me talking is